You have the career, the life, the dream. Many say that you're lucky, but something feels off at times. You've been trying to be perfect all the time, maybe fearing change or being seen and unaccepted. This is making you feel, tired and empty inside. It's time to recognize these patterns because you deserve the dream life, the dream man, the dream career, and dream vacations. You get to have it all. In this video, I'll be sharing 4 elements that are contributing to this fear and 2 ways to help overcome this. Starting with number 1, the fear of not being perfect, perfectionism. You may be aiming for, perfectionism and want to show the world the best result, and this has become tiring. You've forgotten one of the best assets that you have, which is time. And time isn't going to wait for you to be perfect, to perfect your career, your product, video, or presentation. By the time you perfect that thing you're working on, someone else may have already, done it, published it. And I remember I was in college. I was so focused on building my career when I wanted to, start something of my own. I started a new job, and the first day, a gentleman made me coffee. He was kind, well spoken, and had really good character. Much later, I found out that, he was engaged to be married to another coworker. People don't wait on others to figure out their career or goals or figure things out just because. If they see someone that they like, they don't try to become perfect first because no one is perfect. They are honest, they have deep conversations and figure things out together imperfectly. And honestly, by not trying to go after that desired goal, you've already failed. How will you know what to change or improve if you don't even go after that goal? The only way you know if a goal is something that you want to pursue is by doing and getting to know yourself. Quiet that monkey mind, dig deep and reflect, and then see what is the goal that you truly want to achieve. You will realize that you've been running after the wrong goals and sometimes in circles. The biggest thing I realized this year is I knew what I really wanted, but I kept on putting it off. Let me go to school first. Let me work a little bit first. Let me learn this. And time kept on going by. I kept on delaying it because of what people might say due to wanting to be, perfect. I wanted to have this perfect career, this incredible CV. And deep down, even when everything looked amazing on paper, but something was always missing. It was missing because it wasn't my highest calling, my deepest desire. I was distracting myself and using too much time to be, perfect. And no one is perfect. Now, no matter how I'm feeling, I go on after that goal regardless of fear because I know that if not this time, something better is coming along the way. And my job is to just keep going and eventually I will arrive at that goal. God willing, of course. So start working on your goal. And in the beginning, things might be, messy. There may be some fear. You will make some mistakes, and that is okay. The important thing is that you're, trying. Learn from these mistakes and make adjustments along the way as needed. Taking that action is what moves you closer to that goal, and you'll see growth and come alive. Next is number 2, the fear of change, especially with people around you. Have you experienced this? When you start changing, people will start, questioning you, or they just simply don't understand why you're making that change. They may feel threatened, scared, or insecure by the changes happening in your life because this could mean, changes in their life. And in traditional Desi families, children usually, stay with their parents until they get married. Parents know that their daughters may move out of the state, even the country at times, depending on the person that she marries. And similarly, in America, when a teenager is about to go to college in a different city or even another country, maybe to Europe, they talk to their parents about it. These talks usually don't come as a surprise because parents often know already deep down that their kids will eventually move out. This could be for college or marriage. By having these honest conversations, first with ourselves and then others, helps make this process a whole lot easier for everyone. And if you like this video so far, make sure you hit the like button. Coming to number 3, you're lacking focus. If most of our thoughts are focused on what we don't want, it is very difficult to achieve the desired goal. To children, we might say, don't play soccer in the kitchen. But children here play in the kitchen. Because as Marissa Peer says, the brain does not recognize words like don't, not, no. And so parenting books teach us that children, if we want them to do something, instead of saying don't play soccer in the kitchen, say you can play outside in the basement. And this gives parents that control, the focus, and children options that parents like. It's time to figure out what you have been focusing on. What are the thoughts that you have around your goal? Are they negative? Stay with me. I will talk more about this later in the video. And so it is a choice to pick your focus. We can only control our thoughts, and everything else is out of our control. We cannot control the weather, but we can control how we choose to think about that rainy day and work towards creating a productive day. Perspective is everything. And a quick recap here. You're going to have negative thoughts. Become self-aware, conscious, and start focusing on what you want instead. Number 4, feeling overwhelmed. You may be feeling overwhelmed, like there is too much to do. And in order for you to start your YouTube channel, you might need, a good camera, a logo, look good, post shorts, post long form content. And that's a lot. But here's the thing. Who said you need to do all of that at the same time? Feeling overwhelmed causes stress, and then it prevents you from even starting. Before people even start, they just, give up because it's too much. Let's take it a step back. Did someone teach you how to study ever? Or did one day you just sat down, you opened your journal, and you started to reread your class notes, take new notes, and eventually you figured out what your studying habits are that work best for you? For example, I study best in the morning, and this was learned with time. No one came up to me and was like, Wajiha, you get tired after school, and maybe it'll be best for you to, sit in the morning to study when you have the best energy. No one came up to me. Oh, and don't study on your bed because it will make you fall asleep. And again, no one came up to me and shared this. This was learned with time. The more I got to know myself, I learned what I needed to do, how to do it, and how I could do it faster. And this applies to YouTube or any other goal that you might want to achieve. With YouTube, yes, it can be overwhelming at first. Got to look good, you need to plan the video, and so on. But I want you to, I want to say that you don't need to know everything in the beginning. It doesn't need to be perfect. Remember what I said before. Trying to be perfect is stopping you from it's making you feel overwhelmed and stressed. And see how many times I stumbled in this video? It's not perfect. And all of this perfectionism, it stops now. All you need to know is what is the next best step that you need to take to achieve your goals. Do that now, and in time, you will get closer to your goal. And if you're interested in learning how to, set your goals, go ahead and check out my past videos on SMART goals and micro habits. But don't click out of the video just yet, because I'm going to be sharing 2 ways to overcome your fear of being seen. I'm going to assume that you already know what your goal is for this. Starting with number 1, identify your fears. What are the fears, blocks, or even doubts that you're having? Write them down. Do you fear how you look on camera? Do you fear what your coworkers will think if your business fails? Do you fear that maybe that you might fail? Do you feel that you're not good enough? What is that fear? Write it down. These fears are a call to action. These fears are trying to teach you something and help you grow. It is on us to view them as a teacher rather than something that is keeping us stuck. And if you're noticing that you have, these negative thoughts, ask yourself, what is this teaching me? What is the lesson here that I need to overcome to grow? And if you keep running away from, these fears, it's going to keep repeating because there is a lesson to be learned. Once you've reflected, work towards overcoming your fear or simply focus on what you want instead. For example, I used to fear public speaking because of a past experience, and this was holding me back for the longest time. So instead of fearing the fear of being seen and failure, I focused on improving my public speaking skills regardless of the fears. Yes, there were times I was nervous and times I was shaking, but I did it anyway. And with time, I'm grateful to say I have grown as a public speaker, and it all started with shifting my focus. Another example of this is fear of traveling. I know someone that hadn't traveled for 20 years by aircraft. They had the fear of the unknown and unfamiliar. And we focused on what they wanted to do instead, to travel. So I worked with them to make the unknown known. And I discuss more about this in my Travel with Ease course. And if you're interested, it is linked in the bio. Number 2, knowing your why exercise. Even though your fears can slow your progress, if you have a powerful reason on why you want to achieve your goals, this will drive you out of bed in the morning, no matter what. This why is why provider men will go out to work, take on an extra shift, because they know that extra income can impact their family. Their why is so big, is to provide for their wife and children. This why is so powerful for them that they're willing to make, a sacrifice instead of hanging out with their male friends to go out and make some extra money. There is a powerful exercise which I've discussed in previous videos, the 7 levels deep exercise. It gets really deep into the reason why you want to achieve a certain goal. Not some goal of I want to make money, but to really figure out what is the important aspect of the real reason why you want to make money. This exercise is called 7 Levels Deep by Dean Graziosi. And let's say your goal is maybe starting an online business. You ask yourself why you want to start your online business. Maybe I want to reach a lot of people. Ask yourself why you want to reach a lot of people. I want to help many people because I want to create an impact and leave a legacy. Why I want to leave a legacy is because, and then you keep filling in the blanks. Repeat it until you get to your real deep reason of why. I will leave the video in the description down below of this exercise if you are interested. If you enjoyed any part of this video, you have any questions, please do leave me a comment in the description down below. And until next time.